It's the NFL on EA Sports. And our focus is on the Lions' veteran quarterback, who's stating his place among the league's best with 6 picks this season. It's the Lions and the Packers, coming up next.
The seating capacity is 65,000 at Ford Field, and we are right around that number today. A good crowd on hand and seemingly ready to go in the Motor City. Today, it's a Week 9 matchup set to go here between the Green Bay Packers and the Detroit Lions. Alongside my partner Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And CD, you look at the Packers in this matchup, but with how good they have been, it's not often that we can say they come into a game truly facing a challenge. But Charles, that's the case this week.
Absolutely. What a challenge it is, because they're now coming into this one and they don't exactly have a clear advantage, something that they usually possess in every game they play with the way that they throw the football. I can't wait to see if they change things, if they emphasize different things than we've seen throughout this season, how they go about trying to move the ball downfield.
The first 2 months of the regular season down. What will the final 2 bring us as we're off in Week 9? From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. And here comes the winner of the last 2 NFL MVP awards, Aaron Rodgers, as he brings his Packers out for their first series of the game.
Would you say that last week's performance by him, workmanlike in terms of numbers?
1 touchdown, 1 pick, but obviously a loss.
Yeah, and that's the bottom line for him. All he cares about is how do we find a way to win the game. Maybe leans on a few other parts of the offense, and hopefully springs a receiver or 2 free.
Rodgers going to come out throwing. He finds Randall Cobb with a completion. And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. That's a pickup of 11 and a first down on their first offensive play.
Well, they obviously read man coverage their partner, and he got downfield, broke down the defender, made him
What do you mean by that?
Yeah, he made him think he was going to run a different route. Probably thought he was going to take it upfield, and then he curls back inside for the completion.
Now the man from UTEP, this is Aaron Jones. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. And here's Jones again on second down. It'll be a gain of 5, but still about 3 yards shy of the first down marker, and now it's third down. Working from the gun, Rodgers. And that is incomplete.
There's a first down try of the game, and the Soldiers out in the execution of that play. Good news, they've got a whole game left to clean that up and start clicking on those key third down throws.
O'Donnell, he's on to punt as he gets this one away. The call for a fair catch, and it's made at about the 23-yard line. Detroit gets set to go on offense, and it will be the 7th-year pro out of Cal, Jared Goff, leading the attack in his 2nd season as a Lion.
Now, the meeting we had with him this week, that's one of the briefer ones we've ever had, isn't it?
Wasn't too happy after last week.
Not happy. Really determined to play a whole lot better, and he really can't play a whole lot worse. He's got to go out and show the team that the goods that he exhibited early are still there. Otherwise, he could lose the confidence that they have in him.
Yeah, hoping to get rid of that interception bug. Takes it to the 26, just a 1-yard gain. Now I think we're going to get a timeout here. Yes, a timeout here as it looks like we've got a Lion that's shaken up. Well, now they're going to come out and take a look at this injury, and we'll be back in a moment. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. They'll stay on the ground with Swift. He takes this for 3 to the 29. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. Now Goff. And that's to Amon-Ra St. Brown. And he is going to have the Lions first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. Now it looks like we'll get a timeout, and we will. We've got an injured Packer on the field. The medical staff is going to come out here and take a look, and we will take a short break. On 1st and 10, it's Swift. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. The numbers for him from a week ago: 17 carries, 61 yards.
I can't remember the last time we did a game and a coach didn't talk about establishing the run first. But they've lost 2 straight games, so they still want to do that. But they've got to have some contingencies, some other options. Expect them maybe to throw it a little bit to open up things and maybe run it a little bit more later in the game.
And they'll get to him after a gain of 7 to the 47.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up.
They'll try and run here with Swift. They'll get a dozen there, and the Lions have a first down.
How best to describe that one? I'd say right down Broadway on that run.
A straight-ahead running. I think that might be something we see a lot of between the tackles today.
Well, he's enjoying things so far here this afternoon. Sees a crease and bursts through it for a solid gain.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. First down, and they go with Swift again. Oh, able to avoid him. A solid run on 1st down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3. The Lions now at 2 and 5 to start play. They come in losers of 2 straights. And he's going to be taken down back around the 35-yard line. Now I think we're going to get a timeout here. Yes, a timeout here, as it looks like we've got a Lion that's shaken up. Hopefully, obviously nothing serious here. Medical staff, though, going to take a peek, and we'll take a break. Got to get to the 26 for a first. This is 3rd down. Here's Goff. He's going to get that to Swift underneath. And this play going to be stopped in its tracks at the 32, and obviously well short of the first down. 3 yards all they could muster there, and it'll bring up 4th down.
How about that strategy there, Brandon? 3rd down. They just said, we've got faith in our tacklers. We'll give you the short stuff, and just decided to protect the sticks. So every time I hear fans telling me tackling's not a part of the game anymore, plays like that, I can clip and save and show them you have to tackle well if you want to be a good defense.
Our first update now comes from Atlanta. It's the Chargers out to an early lead. We'll try and keep you updated there, as well as the other spots around the league as we move past the halfway point this week in the NFL season. So put 3 on the board. A little bit of a hook on the driver that time. Looked a little bit like you, Charles, over on the 8th at Windermere.
You know me too well, partner. Except that he got his to hit a tree and kick back into the fairway.
And he returns this to the 22. The Packers offense here coming back out for their 2nd drive. And you know, it's certainly a lot of football left to play. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're in 1st place in their division, looking really good and looking to be a threat come January.
And are you one of those early holiday shoppers, partner? Are you one of those guys get your list done? Because I think about what every team has on their holiday shopping list right now. What's the number 1 goal? Make the playoffs. Number 2, win your division. Number 3, and I think the biggest goal of all, try to get the number 1 seed so you get that first-round bye and ensure you don't have to go anywhere in January and hopefully get to the Super Bowl that way.
And able to catch it on the left sideline, but they're going to rule him out of bounds. So it'll be incomplete. Certainly one they'd like to have back as it brings up 4th down. And on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. And taken right at the 35. That'll be 37 yards there on the punt. And the Lions will take over. Back onto the field come the Lions for their 2nd overall drive. They've got a 3-0 lead and the football as they start 1st and 10. On the ground, it's Swift to start the drive. And the 2nd wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. And credit Chris Barnes rushing in there and hitting him for a loss.
Part of their struggles last week was getting these negative plays on 1st and 2nd down. That's something they have to be wary of as this game continues.
The opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Goff now looking to throw. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. Throwing on 3rd, Goff. And he'll let this one go deep for Chark. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
No surprise at all. They're looking for the big man early in this one. The only surprise for them, he couldn't hang on to the pass.
Jack Fox out to punt here on 4th down. Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken at about the 18-yard line. 37 yards on the punt with no return. And it'll be Packer football here. 1st down and 10. Rodgers will bring the Pack up with a 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line. They'll try and start this drive in the air. Over the middle, complete. That's Cobb. And they're able to get this one across the 35. That's a good way to start the drive. 17 yards and a 1st down.
Certainly no settling into the drive there. They came right out on the first play and attacked the middle of the field for a big gainer and a 1st down.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Rodgers with a give. It's Aaron Jones. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. On 2nd down, here's Rodgers. His throw incomplete. An incomplete pass on 2nd down. That muddles things a little bit here. This is 3rd and 10. Now Rodgers. And able to catch it on the left sideline, but they're going to rule him out of bounds. So it'll be incomplete. Certainly one they'd like to have back as it brings up 4th down. So on 4th down, on is the punter, Pat O'Donnell, to kick it away. And he's getting a workout here in this 1st quarter as he gets it away. 36 yards on the punt with no return. And out will come the offense as they take over. So here are the Lions to take over. They lost 2 straight coming in, but good news for them right now. They've got the lead and the football. Now Goff on 1st down. He's got him in, complete. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. That one good for 37 yards.
There's no doubt in my mind that not many guys in this league have had the impact that he's had here in the 1st half of the season. He's been a big play guy from the word go and continues to be one with another one right there.
So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. From the gun, here's Goff. He'll go right back to St. Brown. And he'll be marked out at about the 26-yard line.
When the hitch route is run really well, that jab step off the line of scrimmage by the receiver, which is designed to back up the defender and give him a little bit of space, all you want there, get that space, catch the football, and then make a move and pick up extra yardage. And that's exactly what he got done there.
On 1st and 10, Goff. And that'll be caught by St. Brown. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets this down about the 21 or 22. On 2nd down, Swift. And a couple of yards as they move it from the 21 to the 19.
It's a gain of 2.
On 3rd down, here comes Swift. And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the 1st quarter of play. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. 2nd quarter action now from Detroit, and it's the homestanding Lions who have the football as they've got it with a 1st and 10. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Goff. This is caught. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1.
A gain of 9 brings up 3rd and 1.
They'll try and run for it. Here's Williams. They only got 2, but that was enough as they'll convert to make it 1st and goal.
That's quite a spot there for his first carry of the game, but obviously they had plenty of faith in him, didn't they?
No question about it. And here, why not go with the fresh legs? Able to push forward, pick up that first. Williams. Oh, he's going absolutely nowhere as he is hit behind the line. That really sets him back. A loss of 6.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
Now from the 7, here's 2nd and goal. Go off a handoff here to Swift, and he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. This offense 2 for 2 on 3rd downs on this drive. This is the most important of them all, 3rd and goal. They'll fake the handoff. Now Goff. To the end zone, but knocked away and incomplete. And they'll turn to the power game to try to get in. And he takes this one in for a Lions touchdown. Jason Kabinda, his first touchdown on the year. And the Lions' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points. And, Charles, maybe that's when they had dialed up, hey, if we're in a 4th and goal situation, we're going to our muscle.
And you can feel the boom, boom, boom all the way up here where we sit. The earth was shaking, and he found his way into the end zone.
Yeah, but that's such a great guy to have around the goal line, isn't it?
Indeed it is. It's a great extra dimension to add to your offense. When you can finish things with power, that's hard for a defense to deal with.
Extra point by Seibert, up and good. And the lead grows to 10-0. Here are the Lions now as they line up and kick this one away. Taken at the goal line. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. Getting set to go again on the offensive side. Randall Cobb works his way back onto the field. Sitting right around the midpoint of the season, on pace for 1,000 yards. Good year so far, and I'm sure film study being devoted to him a little bit more on the other side.
They have to, because the pace that he's carrying right now, if you're pushing a 1,000-yard pace as a receiver, that means he warrants your attention. And right now, precision is going on with their offense. Kind of like that timepiece you wear on your wrist. You know, the good stuff, you got to knock that off somehow. Chip away at that timing, change things up a little bit, and make them go to other things and make them do those things better.
Yeah, try to make him uncomfortable. Not many teams have been able to do that so far this year. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down.
I know what you're thinking out there. I know a lot of you are thinking, take a shot downfield. It's a great spot for it. I'd say maybe later in the game, definitely in the second half. But right now, I think they were just trying to get some momentum built. Get a 1st down, pick it up, and keep moving.
Rodgers' throw taken in by Watkins here. And they're able to work this across midfield to the 48.
Complete to Sammy Watkins. It's a gain of
But one of the ways that quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field, and here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. An inside give to Jones. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down. Now it's Rodgers. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Cobb. And they're going to get this down near the 35-yard line.
9 yards. 1st down, Packers.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Rodgers going to throw. Looking left side for Watkins, and he's got it. And he'll be brought down at about the 23-yard line.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
They go back to the ground with Jones. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, Packers. Well, they've done a pretty good job keeping him in check to that point, but he finally breaks off a nice run here and gets into the end zone.
And it just takes one, doesn't it, partner? That can undo a lot of good work that a defense has done to that point. You break off one right there, and everything suddenly looks bad for you.
On is Mason Crosby for the point after. And they're back within a field goal. It's 10-7 now. So that winds up a 7-play drive all told. And the last play in the drive was a touchdown run by Aaron Jones. Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. Taken in at the 3. And taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line. Week 9 here in the National Football League. We'll have 9 weeks to go after this. We've got a couple of good matchups in prime time to wrap up the first half of this season. Tonight, Tennessee and KC in the AFC. And then tomorrow night, an interconference matchup. Baltimore and New Orleans from the Superdome. And he'll let this one go deep for Chark. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. To throw again on 2nd down. Goff over the middle. The catch made by Mitchell. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. Second catch for him today. First down.
Good strong throw catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
They will run straight ahead with Swift. And this defense able to plug him up there as he'll get a yard to the 35. A play fake for Swift. Now Goff. He's got this to Williams, complete. And this is going to result in another first down as the tackle's made at the Packers' 39. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
Well, this is an awfully tough route to defend in man coverage because he lines up on the right and runs a crossing route back to the other side of the field. So as a defender, you're not only trailing him the whole way, you're also looking out for your own guys to make sure you don't get yourself picked off. And then you can't catch up in time to prevent the completion.
Swift going to try up the middle. Tackle made by Devondre Campbell. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Now it's gone. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. Give him 10 yards there as this offense is on a roll. This drive continues to plunge forward. Matt LaFleur loudly voicing his objections to that previous call. And he's going to throw out the red challenge flag. Did he keep those feet in bounds? That's the question they've got to decide. And I got to say, watching it in real time, it was awfully close.
Yeah, it certainly looked like a heck of a catch because he didn't appear to bobble it, which could complicate things. But even with the benefit of replay, that's pretty tight.
Well, here's the call. So the challenge there does not go their way. This will indeed remain a completed pass. From the gun, here's Swift. He fights forward for a modest 2-yard gain, second down. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. The Goff's throw going into the hands of Williams. And he'll be marked down right at the 20-yard line.
Simple drag route here, lined up out left and tried to work his way back across the field. You probably saw me twitch there, partner, because I think he wanted the ball a little bit sooner. By the time he looked it in, defender was right on him.
Here comes play number 9 now as they come up on a 3rd and 3. Back to throw, Goff. And tight coverage there. It's knocked away, incomplete.
Austin Seibert on 4th field goal. A 37-yard attempt.
Seibert able to knock this one through. And the lead stretches to 6 here. It's 13-7. So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
Here's Aaron Jones in the offense trotting back out. Those are his numbers through roughly the first half of the season, and given that, you'd have to think he's on pace for a 1,000-yard campaign.
Steady as he goes, steady goes the offense. But you know what else is happening, too, because they are a team now recognized with the ability to run the football. You've got to be able to throw it better now, right? Better throwing lanes, better opportunities for the guys downfield, maybe more one-on-one coverage, which you should be able to beat easier. Yeah, he's establishing not just a tone, but an identity for his team.
And that's a discussion we had a couple days ago in the team meetings, talking about this running game opening up the passing game. We'll see if that continues to happen. He's going to have the first down and more than that. Now the Packers going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. Rodgers now on first down to the sideline. Wow, what a catch. Doesn't get a lot out of it, but he is able to keep the feet in bounds. Only able to gain a couple there, and it'll be second down.
Was that a receiver? Yeah, actually it was. It was a running back who was a receiver on the play. I think he's been spending time in the receiver.
I believe they buzzed down. They're going to take another look at this play with all reviews coming from the replay official here in the final 2 minutes of the half. Did he keep those feet in bounds? That's the question they've got to decide. And I got to say, watching it in real time, it was awfully close.
Yeah, it certainly looked like a heck of a catch because he didn't appear to bobble it, which could complicate things. But even with the benefit of replay, that's pretty tight.
Well, here's the call. So that challenge, a successful one. Rodgers again now. His throw's going to be incomplete. They come up to the line now facing a 3rd and 10 after the incompletion. Rodgers now to throw. And he's going to be sacked. They sack him back right at the midfield stripe. Alex Anzalone coming in to drop him for a loss of 8. And it also brings up 4th.
Even keeping the back in for extra protection on 3rd down, they still could prevent the sack. Now it's 4th and long thanks to a terrific individual effort on defense.
Here's Pat O'Donnell on now to punt it away. And he'll get off a fairly short kick here as this is toward the sideline. And this will pin him nicely inside the 20 as it's out of bounds at about the 14-yard line. So we have reached halftime in what's a 6-point game at the break as we send you down to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach.
Okay, all right, Brandon, thank you very much. Hi again, everyone. Let's get you caught up with what's going on around the NFL as we are officially into the second half of the season. Lastly, let's check on one final game for you. And you can see they are scoreless as they play the second quarter. And on now to a check on the next-gen stats in that first half for the Packers. And they weren't able to get a whole lot done throwing the football. That'll likely be a big key if they want to turn things around in the second half. Meanwhile, for the Lions, we check out their numbers on the ground as they'll try to keep the momentum going into the second half.
All right, Coach, thanks. Yeah, both teams likely to make some changes in what's been a closely fought battle to this point. Taken in at the 3. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28. And the Lions getting set to go on offense to start the third. And Charles, they've got the lead. Put your coaching hat on here now. What's the game plan for the second half?
I think getting the running game going a little bit more, because I thought in the first half they didn't get it moving the way that they would like. They had success throwing it, but I think these first couple of drives, they'll want to get those running backs going and give them more opportunities, and I will guarantee you that those guys were lobbying for them in the locker room at halftime.
Here's a handoff to Swift, and he'll be taken down right around the 34 after a pickup of only a yard. Here's Goff. He's got this complete to Williams. And he is going to have a Lions first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
And Brandon, from our time in college football, where receivers weren't running the traditional NFL route tree, one thing they did learn, find open areas, find soft spots, and set up and catch the ball. And I think we just saw that there.
Yeah, we saw that indeed, picking up the first. They run out of the gun with Swift. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. Off play action. Here's Goff. And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far and brings up third down. Got his man. It's Williams. And this is going to result in another first down as the tackle's made at the Packers' 39.
Whenever we talk about moving the sticks and controlling the football, there's a great example right there. Those are the third downs you need to convert to win football games. We're in the third quarter of this one, and this is a tight one. In order to maintain pace, keep the ball away from the other team, and put points on the board, those are the plays they need to continue to convert.
So into Packer territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. Goff now to throw. And that's out to the flat for Swift. And he's going to be marked down just inside the 35. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Goff. And that's hauled in by St. Brown over the middle. And he's going to be taken down at the 28-yard line. They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of, until they stop him, why not go back to him? He has something going really well. Great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball, and they keep making the connection.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. So now they'll come up on 2nd and 10, once again from the 28. Goff throwing again. Open man right side is Shark. And he'll be brought down at about the 23-yard line. From the gun on third down, Goff. And a throw there going to be incomplete. On 4th down, Goff departs, and Austin Seibert is out there for the Lions field goal now. From the right hash, this from an even 40 yards out. Seibert's kick is good. And now it's a 2-score game at 9, 16-7. Well, looking at it from a defensive perspective, that keeps the deficit very, very manageable. You know, all things considered, not a bad job on the defensive side.
I would say that you pointed out something pretty good right there, and that is you actually have both sides happy with that exchange. You know, happy in quotes, of course. One team, hey, we've kept it within range. The other side saying, hey, we put points on the board and did stretch out the lead. Let's see how this one turns out.
Yeah, still bottom line, though, 3 points for the opening drive of the third quarter. So here are the Packers now. They get set for their first possession of half number 2. And their deficit a little wider now than it was at halftime following the field goal a moment ago.
But the goal is still the same because you know they want to come out, establish a rhythm in the second half, and get going. Make no mistake about it, though. Kicking field goals, not in their game plan. They need to get the ball in the end zone.
First down yardage on the first play of the drive, 14 yards.
You always worry about those smaller receivers running through that gnarly patch of land in the middle of the field. But he did a really nice job there holding on to the football and protected himself as best he could while completing the play.
On first down, Rodgers. This is complete to Watkins on the slant. And they'll wind up getting this to the 37, gain of 9. Now I think we're going to get a timeout here. Yes, a timeout here as it looks like we've got a lion that's shaken up. So as the medical staff takes a look, we'll step aside. Throwing again on second down. Rodgers. The throw complete to the tight end, Tunyon. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. A good-looking drive for the Packers so far. It's a first down.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players, somehow came back to football. And that's really good for the game of football. You're getting better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination, guys who know how to control their bodies when they run their routes.
They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
The coaches stress their defense being physical. They don't just mean the big guys. How about the guys on the outside, the cornerbacks? It's not just their job to patrol the airspace. They can get involved in the run game as well.
So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on 2nd down and 11. Working from the gun, Rodgers. And this throw a bit late as he couldn't reach back for it. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Throwing now is Rodgers. Going deep here for Watkins. And he knocks the ball away and it falls incomplete. Here's Pat O'Donnell now as he's on for the 5th time here today. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. Calls for the fair catch, makes the fair catch just inside the 15-yard line. Just 34 yards on the punt there, no return. And the Lions are going to take over with a long field ahead and a 1st and 10. Goff and this Lions offense set for a 1st and 10 at their own 15. Here's Goff. And that'll be caught. It's St. Brown. And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. He got 29 yards that time.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the 3rd quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
Took just one play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again on 1st down. Now a play fake, and it's gone. That's complete to Swift out of the backfield. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play, and that'll make it 2nd down.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it could turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
From just shy of midfield, Goff. That one complete. He finds Sharp. And not much happening there. He's taken down, but a late penalty flag in the backfield. This looks like a roughing call. So now a fresh set of downs. 1st and 10 after roughing the passer. Goff. They're trying to find Chark, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Jair Alexander. And the Packers are going to get it back here just past the 35. So a potential momentum shifter there, working with a 2-score lead, third quarter, but that, not the smartest of throws.
I would agree with you on that one because this game is still very much in the balance. It felt pretty one-sided to this point, but now, if these guys can turn this turnover into points, things could start getting a little more interesting.
The Packers ready to take over offensively. See if they can put this drive in the end zone, Charles, because it's been a little bit of a rough go at times. They've had to punt the football a ton in this ball game because of stalled-out drives.
So are you saying that you're kind of tired of seeing the punter run out there and do his thing during this game? Is that what you're trying to say?
Yeah, well, I mean, I'm okay with it. I have a feeling that this offense, they don't want to see the punter again.
And frankly, the punter doesn't want to run out there anymore himself. He'd love to see his offense put together a drive and give his leg a rest.
So that'll go as a 4-yard loss on the play. And that's going to set up a tough 3rd and 9.
Well, I know it goes against the instincts of the person catching the ball because all you're ever taught is catch the football, don't drop it.
But drop it there.
Yeah, in that situation, dropping it would have been better. End up losing yardage even though they completed the pass.
As good as a sack.
Yeah, how about that? Although they won't get the same credit for it, and it won't help them at contract time.
And they're going to get this up to midfield.
That's a play that will likely be forgotten when you talk about big moments in this game. But plays like this are critical to keep drives going. And if points result, we'll call this play significant.
Under a minute to go in this third quarter as they come up 1st and 10. Up the middle, Jones. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5. Again, it's Jones. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now 3rd down coming up. And they're not going to get to the line to run another play, so we will switch ends as the third quarter has come to a close. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. This offense so far on 3rd down, they've struggled to the tune of 2 for 8 so far. This is 3rd and 8. They take a shot downfield there, but it winds up falling incomplete. Here's Pat O'Donnell now, as they're forced to kick for the 6th time today. And he didn't quite have the backspin on that one. It hits at the 4 and continues into the end zone. It's a touchback. We get a look at Amon-Ra St. Brown as his offense readies for the next drive. And I know that they've double-teamed him a couple times, but not a ton. Whatever they're doing isn't working. He's up over 100 yards. We'll see how they adjust.
And when they do that, they weaken their defense in other places as well. And how many times have we done games where we've seen a guy have a big game like this, but it's usually not by himself, is it? Right. Usually it opens it up for other people to have big games as well.
Brings up 2nd and 8.
From the 22, Goff. He's going to get... Oh, he put it on the carpet, a fumble. And the Packers pick it up. And they will take over at the 29-yard line.
Partner, that one looked like it was over. I mean, they had control, had the football, and the defense had to make a play in order to keep them in the game. That's exactly what they did.
And now that door ajar, 2-score game, so hold on here, not done in the 4th. Now trotting out there, the Packers getting ready to go. They trail by 2 scores in the 4th, and their defense did its job getting the fumble recovery. And time to see what this offense has left in the tank. Meanwhile, Rodgers' throw taken in by Watkins here. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. A really nice gain of 25 yards.
Well, every drive from here out is definitely crucial and critical. They know that they need to get at least 3 here to get it back to a 1-score game. But I can't imagine that in their huddle that they're thinking at all about getting a field goal. They want to get into the end zone and then try and get the ball back again.
Now Rodgers. And he is going to go down. Back at the 11-yard line. his outside linebacker spot, forcing the sack for a loss of 8.
The first and goal looked like things were set up nicely, and now all of a sudden on second and goal, Charles, a big challenge ahead of them.
And you have to know when you're this close to the goal line, things are going to happen faster, so you've got to get the ball out quick. Not going to have much time in the pocket before the defenders bring pressure.
So they get pushed back to the 11, and here's second and goal. Out of the shotgun, it's Jones. And here he'll get it down to the 7. It'll be a gain of 4, but it'll bring us now to a third and goal. Rodgers going to throw. Drops it to Jones in the flat. That pass play good for 7, but it still brings up a fourth and goal.
Oh, my, that's a heck of a tackle right there on third down because they had to swing it out to the back and hope that he could make a play. But let's face it, in order for him to be there and be in that position, in order to make that play, he had to read his keys and not be fooled. Excellent job in the open field.
The kick by Crosby is good, and the deficit trimmed to 6 now. It's 16-10. All right, so they needed 2 scores to get back in the game. The field goal there, maybe not exactly what they wanted, but the necessary first step.
There's still time remaining, and there's enough time to get it done. They've got to get at the least a 3 and out here to get the ball back, preferably a takeaway.
Room to run at the 50. Khalif Raymond. And they are not going to catch him. He's in. Touchdown, Lions. A big-time special teams play here in the fourth quarter to extend their lead.
And coaches preach it all the time. If you can score on special teams, your chances of winning the game really jump up in a big way. Now, I'll let our analytics friends quantify it and give us the exact numbers, but that's what coaches talk about all the time, that extra momentum, that extra bounce you get from a special team score.
I don't have any analytics friends. Those are your friends.
I'll claim them.
Goff looking to throw, and this one's caught. And their fourth quarter lead grows by a couple more. So they're able to throw it in for the 2-point conversion. Sometimes that can be a risky play, but they got it.
Yeah, you always have to be careful here because if you do get it intercepted, it's returned by the defense, that's 2 points for them. But he identified an open target and put it right on him.
So let's try this again. After the kick return, TD, here's yet another kickoff.
Fielded just outside the goal line. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line.
And Green Bay getting ready to go as they take the field. Their drive last time, it stalled out. They were forced to take the short field goal.
And the key phrase, you nailed it, forced to, because you know coaches look at these short field goals as a last resort, right? To them, that's not how drives are supposed to end. You're supposed to put 6 on the board. That's a consolation prize. Like going to the county fair, you don't get the big stuffed animal on that one, do you?
No, you don't go top shelf. That's bottom shelf material. Over the middle into traffic, and that's complete. And this will go as a gain of 7 as he gets it to the 30-yard line. Rodgers going to try and throw on third down. Over the middle, he's got Watkins.
And he is going to have a Packers first down, and he was able to get it by plenty. A gain of 8 on 3rd and 3.
And a 2-score game, obviously, every play, every third down, like we saw there, magnified, big pickup.
It was a huge pickup. What they really want, though, is to not even get to third down. They've got to maximize time and conserve as much as possible.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. A give to Jones. And he'll manage to pick up about 4 at 2nd down. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Now it's Rodgers. That's complete to Cobb. And it's going to be another first down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 43. Rodgers to Cobb, good for a Green Bay first. You cannot write these guys off just yet, not with a quarterback like that under center.
You mean it actually crossed your mind with him running the team that you could actually maybe write this game off?
Not yet.
Not a chance. Not with him. We've seen it too many times.
So the ball moves into Lion territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 43. Now a play fake. Rodgers. That's complete, and once again, it's Cobb.
And he's going to be taken down just shy of the 35.
From the 36, Rodgers. And that is incomplete.
When you're leading in the final quarter, your radar has to be up for any potential deep shots. And probably not the last one they're going to see in this game, not as long as they hold this lead.
To throw, it's Rodgers. Able to find Lazard. And it's going to be another 1st down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 25-yard line. It's a gain of 12, and the Packers have the first.
Good yardage on the completion there, and when they look at the scoreboard, they do understand a field goal is not going to do them any good. My guess, they're going to press the ball downfield as far as possible, try and throw it into the end zone and get a score because they know they've got to get that done and get the ball back as quickly as possible.
2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
I think this offense, specifically this running game, they're going to have to find a way to turn the page because they haven't found a way to run it effectively thus far, and it's cost them.
A rare misstep on that last play because the drive has been strong, but now it's 2nd and 12. Now Rodgers.
That's complete to Dobbs. And he's going to be brought down at about the 16.
They'll look to make it 3 for 3 on 3rd down conversions. They need a yard here. They'll try and run for it with Jones. And he gets the 1st down yardage before he's brought down just outside the 10 at the 11. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Packer football here as we welcome you back. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. On play action, it's Rodgers. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Here's Rodgers to throw. And he comes back with one complete. They'll get to the line here, but remember, it's also 3rd down. And it's caught. And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage. So another 3rd down conversion, and now and this is caught now for a late touchdown. So hold everything here. This one's not over yet. Crosby connects on the extra point, and now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. So a 7-point game, they'll need a recovery, the touchdown, and an extra point to tie. And the Lions are able to cover this one up. A tough one there. They certainly wanted that when they needed it, but they didn't absolutely have to get it. They still do have 3 timeouts.
You're exactly right. They had to attempt it. But even though they didn't get it, as you noted, with 3 timeouts, if they can get these stops on defense, all hope is not lost.
Detroit's offense ready to take over.
And this game not quite in hand yet. We'll likely see all 3 timeouts defensively and then reassess where we are.
On 1st and 10, it's Swift.
The Packers going to use one of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. They stay on the ground. This time it's Williams. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. And they'll need to get to the 35 if they want to keep this drive going on 3rd down.
A handoff, Swift running to the left.
And he got blown up, losing yardage on the play back at the 44. Now the defense will burn their 3rd and final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Here comes the Lions punter now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. That'll be out of bounds, and how good was that? They'll say the 3-yard line. That's where they spot it.
You hate to give the ball away here in the fourth quarter while you're just holding a slim lead, but that punt, absolutely ideal. They pin them inside the 5-yard line. They give their defense a really nice opportunity.
So now Rodgers in the pack. Down 24-17. A little over a minute to go. And they're in danger of a third straight loss as they come up on 1st and 10.
But no help there as they'll get to him at the 5.
He's got Lewis. And he'll be out of bounds right at about the 10-yard line.
We're coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first.
Rodgers to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And unable to connect. Incomplete. I'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. Now Rodgers got to have this one.
Pass complete, Tunyon.
And able to get it across the 20 before they get to it. One crisis averted, but they still need to move hastily.
Able to find Jones. And that's not going to help a whole lot. Maybe 4 yards on 1st down. Well, it took us until the final play chart to officially decide a winner. Although on that last play they were so backed up it would have taken a miracle, and they couldn't get that miracle done.
Well, I like how you stayed with it because we both knew that this had to go down to the last play, and neither side was going to exhale until that play concluded because we've seen the improbable before. A couple laterals, maybe some poor defense on the back end. They might have gone all the way to the end zone. In this case, though, it didn't happen. Perhaps next time.
So for the Lions,
They get a much-needed victory.